Hello, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Loyalty Connect. I'm Fiona from Loyalty Lion, and I have the absolute privilege of being your host for much of the day. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here seeing this event come to life after months of planning. You're going to be hearing from me a lot through the day, so I'll just take a second to introduce myself properly. I'm the head of marketing at Loyalty Lion, and I've been part of the team here for 4 years now. Prior to joining Loyalty Lion, I worked across multiple marketing disciplines and agencies, things like SEO, content, and PR, before landing in a dedicated loyalty agency in 2016. It was there that I developed a real fascination with retail and e-commerce loyalty, and the idea that instead of always chasing after new customers, it might actually be easier than we ever realized to get closer to your existing customers and derive more value from them. And it was that fascination that brought me to Loyalty Lion. And since my very first day here, it's been a dream of mine to run an event like this, to bring as many loyalty and retention marketers together as possible in a safe space where we can all learn from each other, compare notes, and get inspired, hopefully. And here we are today, hosting our first loyalty and retention conference and seeing that dream become a reality. We've got a really jam-packed agenda for you today, and we're bringing together e-commerce experts from lots of our partners, including Attentive, Gorgeous, Akendo, Nosto, Recharge, Skibana, ShipBob, Justino, Omnisend, and of course, Loyalty Lion as well. Throughout the day, you'll also hear from experts who are here to answer all of your questions related to loyalty and retention best practice, and hopefully inspire your future activity with some of their favorite examples as well. Today's really about one thing. It's about connecting with other e-commerce businesses and learning more about loyalty and retention. So what do you need to know to make the most of it? Most of today's event will be held on the main stage right here. So you can stay where you are a lot of the time, or keep this window running in the background if you do have to duck out. This is also where you can see the full day's agenda and add talks and sessions to your own My Agenda section, so you don't miss anything. You can also add them to your calendar. You can ask questions whenever you like. You'll notice at the top right of the main screen, there is an event tab. Just click Q&A there and drop your questions in at any point. You can also upvote and downvote questions so that we make sure we address the most pressing ones in our live Ask Me Anything sessions throughout the day. We've got 2 of those sessions running, so we should be able to answer a lot of questions along the way. We really encourage you to use the chat to get to know each other as well and keep the conversation going as much as possible. After each panel, we will be opening up breakout rooms so that you can connect with the speakers. You'll be given really clear instructions on how and when to move around into those sessions when the time comes. But throughout the day, our networking area and our exhibition booths will also be open. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you should see a menu which includes networking and expo. We really encourage you to use these to pop into the one-to-one networking area so that you can meet as many other attendees as possible. I promise it's a lot of fun. And when you join the area, you'll be randomly paired with someone and you'll have the chance to join a video chat where you can talk about anything you'd like. But it's a great way to compare notes and find out if you share the same challenges and the same experiences. And you can meet with as many people throughout the day as you would like. You can also find more information on all of our partner speakers at their booths in the expo area. I know some of them have got some great special offers for Loyalty Connect attendees, so definitely worth dropping in there. So that is all of the initial housekeeping done. Who is behind this conference today? If you haven't come across us before, Loyalty Lion is a data-driven loyalty and engagement platform powering growth for e-commerce businesses around the world. Before we go any further with today's agenda, I'm really happy to hand over to our co-founder and CEO, Charlie Casey, who's going to join us on the main stage here to say a few words of welcome. So Charlie, over to you.
Thanks, Fee. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you're joining us from. I'm so pleased to be here welcoming you to Loyalty Lion's first conference, Loyalty Connect. It's a truly special moment for me to be here making this introduction. Rewind 10 years to 2012, and I had just met Loyalty Lion's co-founder, Dave, and we were right at the start of our journey. We knew that whatever business we chose to build, we wanted to tackle a big problem, and one that would get worse over time. After talking with business owners of all sizes, a key challenge stood out. That challenge was how to engage and retain customers online. This wasn't necessarily their biggest headache back in 2012, but we could clearly see that it would become more and more challenging as e-commerce boomed, driving up competition, and as big players like Amazon continued to tighten their grip, trying to squeeze others out of the market. The solution, to us, was obvious. The key to meeting this challenge lay in delivering excellent shopping experiences that would keep shoppers coming back to repeat purchase. Whilst the majority of e-commerce brands agreed with us, they also confessed that they did not have the tools, time, or expertise to execute a retention strategy, even though they wanted to. So that's where we decided to help. Today, Loyalty Line's vision has not necessarily changed, but it has definitely evolved. We get up every morning with one goal: make relationships the foundation of commerce. We want to help fast-growth businesses such as yourselves succeed by building long-lasting customer relationships. Relationships that are built on emotional connections, aligned values, and great customer experience. Relationships that stand the test of time, surviving pandemics, fulfillment delays, and whatever else is thrown your way. Relationships that keep customers connected despite privacy updates and the coming cookie apocalypse. We believe that these relationships are the key to sustainable e-commerce growth as we enter the opt-out era. Not just driving up customer lifetime value, but also reducing your resilience on acquisition channels that are becoming more costly all the time. So here I am, 10 years later, and today we're working with businesses that have achieved nothing short of incredible over the past 2 years, adapting and growing through the recent pandemic. E-commerce has seen exponential growth, and you don't need me to remind you of the journey you've all been on, other than to acknowledge the fact it's been incredibly challenging. We work with over 10,000 e-commerce businesses and counting, so we've witnessed some of these journeys firsthand. To name just a few, brands like Harrington's and Craft Gin Club had to respond to an almost overnight boom in their industries, adopting to an enormous influx of new customers as pets and Zoom parties became the new normal. Others, such as Waterdrop, Lively, and Astrid and Mayu, had to pivot to online only and find new ways to support and connect with their loyal communities. You'll hear more about these feats later, so stay tuned for our Hall of Fame session. Despite all those challenges, you've adapted and succeeded time and time again. As a business, we're so proud to work in such an innovative, exciting, and resilient space. We're also immensely proud of some of the milestones that Loyalty Line has reached in this time. We've continued our quest to be an open platform by connecting Loyalty Line with the best-in-class leaders in every category, launching integrations with tools like Attentive, Gorgeous, and TapCart. We've also strengthened existing integrations such as Klaviyo and Recharge, and we've got lots more in the works. Our team has grown beyond recognition. In the past year, we've doubled in size and passed the 100 employee mark. You might be surprised to know that despite being headquartered in London, a large proportion of the businesses that trust us to power their loyalty programs are actually based in North America. That's why we've recently opened an office in the US with our first hires into customer success to ensure that we're delivering our renowned high-quality support across US time zones as well as European. Each and every hire at every level of the business has been a fantastic addition, but I'm particularly excited to introduce some of the key players who will play a big role in continuing to develop Loyalty Line to become an even more powerful partner for you over the coming years. On the tech side, we're joined by our new CTO, Felipe Rodriguez, and Product Director, Naomi Brady. Both Felipe and Naomi bring years of SaaS technology experience to the table, alongside a wealth of retail knowledge gathered at ASOS and eShop World. I know they have big plans, so you should look forward to seeing more great feature releases that will help you drive up customer re-engagement, reduce acquisition costs, and deliver more effective loyalty promotions and campaigns. We also welcome our new Partnerships Director, Jason Bell, who joins us from the dark side over at Amazon and brings with him plenty of insider knowledge. To all the agency and tech partners out there, if you haven't already met Jason, you've got lots to look forward to. Please feel free to connect with any of our team on LinkedIn. They'd love to hear from you. Before I hand back to Fee, I'd like to say a big thank you both to the marketing team at LoyaltyLine for pulling this event together, and to all the partners and speakers who have taken the time to join us today. It really is quite the lineup. But most importantly, thank you to all of you for taking the time to prioritize retention by attending Loyalty Connect. I hope you learn a lot and go away feeling inspired and equipped to keep loyalty and retention at the top of your agenda this year. Enjoy the day ahead.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Charlie, for kicking us off and for sharing your journey so far.